Right, so it's going to be the last video in the series, and obviously it's going to be about knowing when to stop and how to do it, how to cultivate yourself, how to cultivate that ability within yourself. And I want to start by talking about this book I read once called Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday. It's a great book. You should check it out. And basically he was talking about, he said, ego, well, he says, while ego stops a lot of people from starting, he says it's not talked about a lot how ego stops some people from stopping, and how ego causes us to burn ourselves out because we're trying to prove something. And what happens sometime in the continuation phase, we've built so many consistency muscles, we've built so much endurance muscles, we forgot to build rest muscles. It might sound, rest muscles may sound a little weird, but it's actually something you have to cultivate in yourself, because the truth is sometimes we get so addicted to work, we get so addicted to pursuing certain things in life, pursuing things of this world, pursuing a person, pursuing maybe a loved one, somebody we're attracted to. We forget that we're mortal beings. We burn out. And when you burn out, what can you really do? You've really stagnated yourself. Like some will say, well, if I stop, like, I'm not doing nothing. But when you burn out, what can you really do? At least when you stop, right? At least when you stop, you could start again. You understand? But when you burn out, like when your body's burn out, the only time you'll be able to move again is when your body says it will be able to move again. That's physically and spiritually and emotionally as well. When you're emotionally drained and you burn yourself out emotionally, guess what? The only time you're able to feel again is when your body says, all right, okay, let's feel. You understand? You won't be able to do it for yourself. This is why knowing when to stop, having a conscious calendar in your brain of how much you're doing and when to take breaks is very important. And again, just like in the continuation phase, just like in the starting phase, don't be afraid to write things down. Don't be afraid to tell yourself to take a break. If you need to have a calendar book where you say, today I will take a break. Today I will do something I love. Today I will have no drama, no stress. Today I will not work. Do it. Because again, some of us, we're not capable of doing that for ourselves. Some of us, when we're so deep into the continuation phase, especially when we're going somewhere, when we're going after something, we can become so addicted to that chase that we don't take time to really stop and take a breath and really breeze off. It's just like that old story we hear about the tortoise and the rabbit, right? The rabbit lost. The rabbit was running. There's many versions of this story, but like just to be brief, the rabbit started the race, ran as fast as he could. He ran as fast as he could. Now, there was no way, if he had just taken his time, there was no way the tortoise was going to win, because the tortoise is a very slow animal. But he ran as fast as he could. Then when he saw the finish line in sight, he said, all right, I'll take a little break now. He decided to take a nap. But the tortoise, he kept walking slowly and slowly and slowly, and he ended up winning. And when the rabbit woke up, he's like, oh snap, the tortoise won the race. So the moral of that story obviously is that the slow and steady wins the race. But the other thing you could also take from that is, when you run so fast, you can also burn yourself out. And even those who walk slower than you could pass you. Those who learned how to take a break can pass you. Sometimes it can be even very frustrating for people, like especially if somebody who puts in a lot of work, when they see somebody who just relaxes and taking it easy, doing better than them. Sometimes it's not about always just being in the continuation phase. Sometimes it's in those rest moments is when you learn a lot. And just to tie us to a physical thing, even when you're in the gym, the most of your muscle growth happens on rest days. It doesn't happen when you're actually in the gym. In the gym, destruction happens. That's when the muscles are destroyed, they're torn apart. But when the muscles build back is on the rest day. So physically rest is important, spiritual rest is important, emotionally rest is important. It's all important. And cultivate those parts of yourself as well. Thank you.